All right, just a little bit of Long Journey Home, Lost on My Money by the $2 bill. And I want to talk today about improvising. My name's Andy, got a website, it's called andyslessons.com. I teach bluegrass, there's stuff on there. Okay, so I want to talk about improvising and why bluegrass musicians improvise, okay? And this is basically going to be why I think bluegrass musicians improvise. And one is that bluegrass music as an art form comes after jazz. So jazz is the biggest deal in kind of mid-century, like the 30s to the 60s. Jazz is the biggest deal. You know, you get the swing big band movement, and then bluegrass comes along in the 1940s. So it's already baked into the culture that that you could improvise on a song, that you could make up something. And then so I think it's pretty natural for the bluegrass musicians coming up in the next generations to look at that and say, I want to do that too, right? And so even going back as far as Bill Monroe, and which I don't think necessarily has what they'd say like the language of jazz or something, but you take like bluegrass stomp or something, or honky tonk swing, and it's got some pretty expressive, moments in it, where the syncopation is there, like he's really stretching for something. So going back to the father of bluegrass music, certainly grounded in tradition with his uncle, but also really looking and pushing the boundaries of what you could do with a lead part on a mandolin. And then I think the other reason we improvise is because we don't know all the songs. And so here's my theory: is I go to a bluegrass festival and I want to be there all day, because if I come home, I've got stuff to do. I've got chores I don't want to do. I don't want to mow the lawn. I don't want to do the dishes. I got all this stuff I don't want to do, and I don't know enough songs to play for 4, 5, 6 hours. So, but all together we can all play songs that we could waste the entire day away. And it's beautiful. And so I'll play my song, you can improvise something if you don't know it. And you'll sing your song and I'll improvise the break on it if I don't know the song. I don't have to have everything worked out. The reason I say that's part of it, because I think the old days, like Flatt and Scruggs, I feel like all those musicians, they could probably improvise, but they had their solos worked out. And even the best bands to this day still work out a lot of solos and play it the same way every time. And I've been in bands and stuff, and just because you play the same songs all the time, you kind of start to gravitate towards one way to play them, because it ends up being the best way. But in the jamming culture, you can get out on a limb there. So I'm going to improvise a little bit. I'll take $2 bill, and I'll improvise a little bit on this solo, because I know if I go back inside the house right now, there's something waiting for me to do that I don't want to do. Bye.